From futuristic SUVs to trucks that are truly marvelous, Toyota has been doing it for a long time. And now, they just announced 3 new models for the 2024 year, and let's just say that they are killing the competition. And we all know that the market has been getting tougher lately, so they must bring something unique and solve a real-world problem. And guess what? That's precisely what they've done, with a range of new offerings, new concepts, and even new markets. They are starting to really shake things up, and their first game changer is none other than the Toyota Stout. This is not shocking news. Toyota is coming up with their own compact truck that will be a contender to the Ford Maverick. And if they want to compete and win, they need to bring something unique and something that beats what they offer. That is why they've been closely following it, and don't take our word for it. That is what Toyota's general manager, Dave Zakowski, said. Honestly, Ford really made a good truck, and the numbers show that. A truck that is all about affordability and efficiency would really be an appealing offering in the midst of those colossal trucks. Think of it as an SUV with a nifty truck bed tacked on. As you all know, there is a huge issue: reliability. Ford's been catching some heat for some of the Maverick's features, but hey, it's a first-gen model, and Ford's been vocal about their commitment to iron out these problems. And let's face it, they've got the capacity to do it. Admittedly, there have been some bumps along the road, especially with certain engines, but with Ford's track record and resources, they've got this. After all, they've been churning out trucks for ages. But you know what's lacking? They're just not Toyota. When you think of reliability and durability, Toyota reigns supreme. It's the go-to brand that pops into your head. They're renowned for crafting vehicles that go the distance, and the Stout won't stray from that legacy. And it's not just hearsay, their game plan speaks volumes. The Stout is gearing up to roll out on Toyota's cutting-edge TNGA platform, the cream of the crop in Toyota's lineup. This platform's the real deal, featured in nearly all of Toyota's flagship rides. What's the big deal? Well, with the TNGA platform under this compact body, Toyota's got the flexibility to drop in just about any engine they fancy. It's like a Lego set for engines, offering seamless integration with all their current powertrain options. And let's not forget, this platform brings the muscle, stiffer, tougher, and more capable than anything else out there. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Toyota's got an arsenal of tried and true engines that have stood the test of time. Unlike some other engines, like the EcoBoost, these babies don't just quit on you. You can keep on trucking until you're too old to even remember what a truck is. On top of that, Toyota's hybrids are in a league of their own. Toyota's been taking the hybrid game to new heights. In our books, this is a game changer for the compact truck scene, right? It will definitely give Ford Mavericks a serious run for its money. All those features we raved about in the Maverick, Toyota's cranking them up to 11 and doing it even better. Now, let's clear the air. The Maverick isn't a sucker either. But we're talking more about Ford's handling of the whole situation. The price is shooting through the roof, and the overwhelming demand is stretching Ford's production lines to their limit, taking a toll on the Maverick's reliability. When it comes to tackling these hurdles, history shows that Toyota seems to have the upper hand over Ford. But don't get it twisted, perfection isn't on the menu here, folks. One glaring issue with the Stout, in our opinion, is its price point. Starting at around $20,000, just like its Maverick counterpart, it's bound to encounter similar challenges as Ford. Toyota might have a better grip on meeting demand, but there's no escaping the dealership dilemma, which remains a thorn in the compact truck market. Are we just supposed to sit back and watch the show? I mean, what else can we do? But that's not an option in Toyota's playbook. They're actively addressing their dealership issues, and the good thing is that they're really taking this issue seriously. That is why they're rolling out another budget-friendly car, a compact SUV. We know all this about Toyota's plans because of the famous Japanese car magazine that you might have heard before, and they almost never miss. And what they've revealed is truly amazing. In our opinion, that'll be the last nail in the coffin for the dealership dilemma. Land Cruiser FJ. Get ready for it because it's a whole new breed of SUV, reminiscent of the Ford Bronco in size. But don't be fooled. It's a whole different beast when it comes to capability and power. Think of it as the younger sibling of the legendary Land Cruiser 200 series, packing a punch of its own. But this isn't about competing with the Bronco, it's about setting a new standard. This is coming as the cheaper and more affordable option. Toyota has been teasing this SUV for months now. They even showed a glimpse of it when they launched the Land Cruiser, and it's been making headlines since then. Let me ask you one thing. Have you noticed how every automaker is revamping their lineup and slashing prices? It's not because they're feeling charitable, it's a response to the crazy price hikes we've seen in recent years. As the old saying goes, what goes up must come down. Sure, 2020's market shake-up played a part, but there's more to it than that. Consumer spending habits have shifted dramatically. Nobody's in the market for a wallet-busting ride anymore. So, here's the game plan. Be the first to offer affordability without sacrificing quality. What makes this compact Land Cruiser stand out from the pack of budget SUVs is just that. It's built on the shoulder of its bigger sibling, the 250 series Land Cruiser. Think about it. All the legendary off-road prowess and reliability, now within reach for the budget-conscious adventurer. It has a retro, boxy design, a nod to the iconic Land Cruisers of the 20 and 40 series, and underneath the hood of the base model, there is the tried-and-true engine that's been the backbone of the Tacoma for ages, the trusty 4-cylinder. It packs a punch with 161 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, mated to either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission. Sure, the numbers might not blow you away, but don't let that fool you. This engine means business. It can haul up to 3,500 pounds and boasts a fuel efficiency of 22 mpg. That's why you'll find it purring under the hoods of the Tacoma, the Prado, and the Hilux. Frankly, for the base model, it's a perfect fit. However, there's a good chance we'll see different options popping up worldwide, like a hybrid or a diesel variant. But you know what's really interesting? There was actually a whole plan in the works for that, and they scrapped it entirely. Why, you ask? Well, it turns out that Toyota has some allegations of playing fast and loose with emissions on a handful of their engines worldwide. Now, folks are tossing around theories that this scandal might be the reason why they've hit the brakes on rolling out their other engine options. But honestly speaking, a lot of companies do the same. It's a bit crazy, right? But either way, this new SUV will be rolling out with a tried-and-true powertrain under the hood. That means we can breathe easy, knowing it's been put through its paces, sparing us any reliability concerns or headaches that often come with uncharted engines. The only bad thing is that now they might delay the other engine options. So we might not be able to drive this small beast with the RAV4's engine option. But you know what we can do? Get the other best option. The new RAV4. Now, I know what you're thinking. This ain't no Land Cruiser. And that's true, but just hear me out. Toyota's SUV game has been strong for ages, and the RAV4 stands tall as one of their iconic rides, holding its ground firmly in the middle of their lineup. It's not just any SUV, it's a legend, setting the standard for what's next in the automotive world. And if you're not quite sold on the whole compact cruiser, as it will be a first-gen, or you're just not into the craze, then the RAV4 has your back, offering reliability and familiarity that's hard to beat. Honestly, what can be better than this thing in its class? Let us know in the comments. Now, you need to brace yourselves because this might just mark the grand finale for this generation of the RAV4, the familiar SUV. Toyota is pulling out all the stops for one last hurrah, and let me tell you, there's a whirlwind of changes in the mix. Why the urgency, you ask? Well, it all boils down to one word: design. And no, we're not just talking about superficial exterior tweaks here. If you've been keeping tabs on Toyota's latest lineup, you'll likely notice a trend. The big cars exude rugged aggression, while the smaller counterparts sport a sleek, hammerhead aesthetic like the BZ4X. So the question now is, where does the RAV4 fit into all of this? Positioned as a mid-size SUV, it's straddling the line. Yet Toyota's gone ahead and amped up its aggression and ruggedness to match the bigger models. And let me tell you, it's a sight to behold. But if I'm being honest, the thing that the RAV4 desperately needed to fix was the wheel design. You see, what really sets the RAV4 apart is its smooth ride quality. But there's been a bunch of complaints about it being a bit rough, especially with those big wheel models. It was high time for a change, especially on the higher tier trims. And guess what? They've listened. Now the new RAV4 lineup boasts lots of trims, ranging from your no-frills basic to sheer luxury. But hold on to your seats, folks, because they're trimming down on the options while beefing up with new hybrid models and off-road ready trims. It's not just about reliability. Fewer choices mean clearer, more enticing options for everyone in the market. Toyota has been under heavy chatter for quite a while now, with many of us pointing out their reluctance to shake things up with their new models. Like other major players in the automotive industry, Toyota has a habit of rolling out fresh models without addressing underlying issues. It's often a case of slapping on some flashy features and gizmos and labeling them as brand spanking new. But let's make one thing clear, that's not the case here. The new model will have more power, a new design both inside and out, and better ride quality. If that's not good enough, the cherry on top is that there's not been a massive price hike from the previous model. You're looking at starting prices of $28,475 for the gas-powered variant, $31,475 for the hybrid option, and $43,440 for the plug-in hybrid. It's all about getting more bang for your buck with this model. But if you want to know more about these cars and Ford's new models set to go toe-to-toe with these ones, then check out our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.